Hey everybody, this is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Happy to be here with you today. Today is officially the first day of Sagittarius season 2021, and the sun is going to be in Sagittarius until December 21st. And yeah, so all of my Sagittarius people out there, if you have it in your chart anywhere, or this reading just isn't for Sagittariuses, but I just want to say a special happy birthday to the Sagittariuses who are going to be having their birthdays coming up here. And I just want to say a special happy solar return to my Sages out there. But other than that, anyone can watch this reading. It's just what Sagittarius season is going to be bringing to you. And I have 3 different piles to choose from today. I have pile number 1, which is the blue tea light, pile number 2, which is the yellow tea light, and pile number 3, which is the pink tea light. So that's blue, yellow, and pink, whatever it is that you're feeling today, what color you feel drawn to. Take a deep breath and just relax and see if you can find the tea light that speaks to you today. And it may be more than one pile too. You may watch more than one pile. And finally, for those of you that would like to follow me on Instagram or TikTok, details for how to do so are in my description box below. If you'd like to request a personal reading with me, details for how to request a personal reading are below. And yeah, for those of you that haven't checked out my new channel yet, Light of Ascension Tarot, I do have another YouTube channel, and you can go directly to that channel too. There is a link in my description box below. So no extended reading today. We're just going to go ahead and see what Sagittarius season is bringing to each of the piles. So I'm going to put piles 2 and 3 aside, and we're going to go ahead and get into pile number 1. Okay. Let's go ahead and do it. Take a deep breath. It's a new day. It's a new week. It's Monday, November 22nd, and it is time to move out of Scorpio season. So let's do it. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the blue tea light, and today's reading is called What Sagittarius Season is Bringing to You. Sagittarius, the sun is in Sagittarius from now, November 22nd to December 21st. So let's see what is coming up for you. Pile number 1. All right. Spirit is also telling me pile number 2. So maybe some of you guys need to watch pile number 2, or maybe you were torn with pile number 2. But let's see what else Spirit is saying. Yeah, Spirit is giving me that song by Rob Bass. It takes 2 to make a thing go right. It takes 2 to make a thing out of sight, right? It takes 2 to tango. Pile number 1. Let's see what else. Let's see what else. I'm seeing some type of celebration because I feel like Spirit is showing me like fireworks or confetti. Maybe you're going to something, or maybe you're just going to have a really good time in Sagittarius season. We can hope and dream, can't we? Pile number 1. We can hope and dream. What else? What else for pile number 1? Okay, Spirit is telling me Nutella. So maybe some of you have been wanting to try some Nutella lately, or you bought some recently, or you're like, damn, I should have some, you know. If you have some like with a piece of banana or on a piece of toast, like with peanut butter and Nutella, that can be really good, pile number 1. You guys are like, stop it, Natalie. I'm trying not to eat sweets. Okay, pile number 1, I hear you. I will stop talking about food. So pile number 1, I'm also getting the A names right now, like Alicia. I'm just giving that name as an example, but Alicia can be spelled with an A or an E. I am getting that name. Spirit's also telling me blueberry. Maybe there's something blueberry you have, like a lip gloss or food or something blueberry or something that color. You do have the blue tea light, and the blue tea light is related to the throat chakra. So Sagittarius season is going to be about, you know, just speaking your mind and being in your truth, I feel at first, pile number 1, okay? But let's go ahead and get into it and see what is coming your way. Archangel Zadkiel, your heart is pure, pile number 1. It's very important for you to know that. And we just went through a major purification process anyway with the eclipses, and there's going to be another eclipse on December 5th, but it's a huge purification, and Spirit is telling you that your heart is pure. If you've been questioning yourself or your motives, like, why am I doing this? Or why is this important to me? Or why did I say that? I feel like Spirit is saying, pile number one, your heart is pure, okay? We have the 5th house in passion. No wonder I was getting the confetti and the celebration, because the 5th house is where we experience pleasure, where we feel our personal mojo increasing. And for those of you that do any type of, artwork or performance or any type of entertainment, yeah, like this is a good time for that. And you may have a lot of good luck in doing those things right now, pile number one. Also, the 5th house is, where we have sex for pleasure too. So maybe during Sagittarius season, some of you are going to be having some pleasurable experiences. Pile number one. Oh, nice. You guys have trine and flow. No wonder I was seeing that whole celebration thing. Okay. So trines are of the nature of Jupiter and represent flow, and they enrich our lives, and they give us benefit, and they help us enjoy our life more instead of like questioning ourselves. Like I mentioned earlier, pile number one, if you ever feel like you're questioning yourself, and if some of you feel like you've been on a rough ride or a tough roller coaster, I mean, I'm looking at the water here under this trine, and it's like, wow, things getting a lot calmer for you, pile number one. The crow. Okay. Your spiritual knowing, your magic, etc., all very promising for you during Sagittarius season, and intuition on point. I feel like some of you guys have really learned your lessons recently, and you've become really wise in a certain area of your life, and it's just going to keep growing. Pile number one, okay? Very magical energy for you. Also, when I think of crow, I think of like the Morgan for those of you, or Hecate for those of you that resonate with either one of those goddesses, right? So you don't really fuck with that energy when you talk about the Morgan and you talk about Hecate. That's not really energy to be fucked with, And so I also think you're a little bit unfuck-withable in November, which is great. Pile number one, which is really, really great. Number 4, I am stable. You bring stability, and rationality to any situation. Yeah, the throat chakra, stability and rationality. You are the rock, and your hard work and preservation make you a dependable friend, partner, and colleague. I am stable. All right, pile number 1. So people may be relying on you as well for your advice or your opinion, or just relying on you because you're a very stabilizing, happy, flowy, wise energy in this Sagittarius season. We have past life relationship. You have known each other before. So some of you may be in a romance currently, or you may be pursuing or entertaining the thought of a relationship with someone, and there is an uncanny feeling towards this relationship, like we've known each other before. And this doesn't have to, it could be romantic, but it also could be friendship too. It also could be, a pleasurable exchange with a new friend or someone, it doesn't have to be romance, but I am feeling like some of you are going to feel strongly connected to someone in Sagittarius season, okay? And it's funny, I can see NH, I can see my initials on here, which obviously this reading isn't about me, but other people have those initials besides me. I'm also seeing an R, R-A, I'm seeing RNA, RNA, or RAA, okay, or RA as initials as well, okay? Could be like Angel or Rachel or names like that, okay, RA. And yeah, I feel like you have an instinct about someone in your life, pile number 1, that you've known them before. Express your love. All right, pile number 1. We have trine and flow and express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. It's gonna be received, all right? It's gonna be received in a positive way, and you are in the flow, and you are back in your mojo. I'm back, baby, right? Like they say, I was watching something on TikTok and they're like, Luda, like talking about Ludacris, like I'm back, you know? And yeah, this is upbeat with trying and express your love. There may be somebody, like it could be a friend, it could be a partner, it could be someone new in your life that's like, wow, you know, it's really like this feels really good or this feels really comfortable, okay? And in both pictures, you see that, you know, in both cards here, you see that he's holding her, you know, he's holding her. And there may be somebody in your life coming into your life, pile number one, that is a stabilizing energy for you. We have family and the circles of life. Okay. So yeah, talking about, for those of you, family may be a focus of yours in November, or, yeah, or just, you know, having your own chosen family with friends and loved ones around you. And, you know, the wisdom to know the difference when someone with this crow spirit, when someone isn't really, you know, a part of your circle. But I feel like this is good energy. So I feel like the people that are going to be a part of your circle in November, pile number one, it's good energy. There's so much, if you look at, there's a huge sun behind them, you know, so it's the promise of a new day after, you know, after the crow energy of understanding and lessons and possibly letting go. We have karma, untying the knots in card 28. Okay. So if there was anything that you have been caught up in this year or in the last couple of years or even in the last couple of months, I feel like Spirit is saying, with this purification, Archangel Zadkiel, your heart is pure and I am stable. For, like I said, for those of you that have been questioning yourself and wondering, like, am I a negative influence in this situation? Or did I spoil something, or am I in the wrong here? Or I feel like you're not, pile number one, okay? You're not. And you're untying, it says untying the knots here. So it's like purifying everything so you can understand any situation and you can be free from, you know, from karma that might have been kind of tying you up really strongly in the past. I feel like this is releasing off of you, okay? And people always say karma, like nobody wants karma. But, you know, I always tell people, and I heard this somewhere, that, you know, the oldest souls have the most karma. And of course we do, you know, we've been around the block a few times. But Spirit is saying here, your heart is pure, you are stable and rational, and you are figuring out anything that has been, you are figuring out and untying anything that has been too complicated. I feel, pile number one. Yeah, here you go. Full moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle approaches. So the last time the moon was full in Capricorn would have been in during Cancer. So like the end of June towards the end of July. So if you've been going through a tough cycle since about that time of this year of 2021, I feel like Spirit is saying the end of this tough cycle is ending for you. Okay, this is ending now. A miracle, card 33, right? The frequency of miracles supports our belief in ourselves as part of source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. Trine, exactly, Jupiter, anything is possible. Express your love for life, for liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Pile number one. We have the water element and sensing. Okay, there may be someone in November from your family that needs advice from you or needs help from you, or comes to you needing something, or comes to you because they need help with something, because you are very wise. When I see the crow, I think of like the crone, you know, with like maiden mother crone. So it doesn't even matter your age. You, pile number one, you hold a certain sense of wisdom and you're very intuitive, especially about your family or about something happening in your family. And there may be other people in your family seeking you out. It may be a sibling, like a sister or a brother or somebody, but I definitely see you are sensing something deeply about your family as well here, pile number one. And maybe something happened and you're like, Did I do the right thing? You know, and I feel like you did, pile number one. I feel like you really did do the right thing, okay? And after this tough cycle, we have a miracle and sensing that things are shifting out of this very tough cycle and into something a lot better for you, pile number one. Okay, so let's go ahead and ask, I just was gonna say, let's go ahead and ask about love. And as soon as I said that, the 10 of Cups, you know, the 10 of Cups literally just flipped over in my hand. And it's about to be 10:10 on my clock. It's 10:09 right now, and my eye keeps getting drawn to that, which tells me that, like, you know, 10:10, the 10 of Cups, it's almost 10:10 on my clock right now. Like something really beautiful, really pure, really fun. I feel like if you guys can be outdoors, or you can appreciate your hard work, or you have nice people to be around, whether that's a lover or friends. I feel, and again, this energy of merriment and celebration coming out, okay? And it's like a miracle. I can't believe I met someone like this, or I can't believe this passion is flowing back into my life after, you know, such a hard cycle that I've been through, okay? It's 10:10 right now, of course. Let's go ahead and see for love, what's coming to pile number one, the 9 of Wands. So maybe there's a little bit of concern that, like, it's not possible, right? How could it be? It's not possible. We have miracle here. So expect miracles during Sagittarius season. I feel like you guys are rational realists, pile number one, like I mentioned earlier with rational and logical. You are rational realists. And, you know, love hasn't always been the easiest for you, but there is some very positive, wonderful things to look forward to, I feel like. In November, or in December, actually, we have the 3 of Wands. So I feel like you guys are coming to this place where you're like, you know, I want the best for people, but if they don't want the best for me, I want the best truly for others, but if they don't want the best for me, then I will move on and go elsewhere, you know? And I also feel like you guys are saying, I'm not going to, like, I can't be the only one working at something. Others have to chip in as well. And some of you may be maybe you got kind of tired of something and of always being the one, you know, in this tough cycle, right? Of always being the one to believe in something when the other person wasn't showing up, you know? And this 3 of Wands to me talks about you just putting your energy in another direction, and something much better comes your way with this miracle energy, okay? So maybe some of you have been leaving behind a difficult situation. Let's see what else. What else when it comes to love in November? The 2 of Cups. Yeah, it's like as soon as you, you've been through 5 of Swords. You've been 10 of Wands. It's all on my shoulders, you know, and I have to do all the heavy lifting here. The other person doesn't want to do anything, you know, and I feel like you guys have been around people like that before, and you've been around people where maybe you thought that, like, anything could be possible, but yet it was you doing all the work, okay? And I feel like these days with the 3 of Wands and the 2 of Cups, you've turned your attention away from the past, and you're like, you know what? I am not going to be that. I'm not going to put myself in that position anymore to feel all beat up over something. And with the Sun in Aries and the 2 of Cups, with the Sun in Aries on the 3 of Wands, I feel like things are, I feel some of you, for those of you, you may meet someone new or interesting when you're not even really looking, okay? Whether it's a friend or someone really amazing that you connect with and you talk to. I also feel like you're very encouraging to others in the month of November, pile number 1. And some of you could be just when you least expect it and when you're not looking, something exciting or pleasurable comes your way with regard to really connecting with a person one-on-one, okay? Instead of putting all your energy into a fantasy that never was or couldn't be, I feel you guys are just completely changing direction. And when that happens, wow, something new pops up, okay? And for those of you that are in current connections right now, I also feel like, you know, better days are ahead, okay? Like if things have been tough with the 9 of Wands here, I feel like better days are ahead, and it looks like a restart, okay? It looks like a restart to me with the 3 of Wands and the 2 of Cups, okay? Let's like clear the slate and start over, right? If there was some things going on recently, it's like, let's just clear the energy and start over. We have the 4 of Swords. So, you know, making sure that you guys are getting enough rest, that you're taking care of yourselves, that you're making sure, and also the 4 of, yeah, the Star. The 4 of Swords is a card of rest from strife, okay? So just like, I am not gonna let old situations and old shit bother me anymore. I'm really not. And I feel you guys are untying from any karmic connections, maybe even from a past life that you had with someone. I feel you guys are just like, no, I am, and I love how the Star is here. It looks like Spirit is with you, your guides are with you, the Goddess is with you, refreshing and replenishing your energy as you sleep at night, okay? And I feel like I'm seeing the word Om, Om, Om all over the Star card right now. Om, you know, that energy when you're meditating, or yeah. So I also feel like a lot of stuff may be happening in your dreams. Pile number 1 in November, in Sagittarius season, a purification of your mind, a rest from strife, and yeah, the opportunity to really hook into what it is, what you really want to feel, okay? With the Star card and a miracle here, yeah, it's like Spirit bringing you a miracle, pile number 1. I like this a lot. Let's get one more for the energies of Sagittarius season for my pile number 1s. One more, please. One more. King of Swords, okay? And you're very rational, you know? You are very rational during this time. And I also feel like you're protected when you sleep. If there's some conversation you've been going over and over and over in your head, I feel like you guys are releasing this energy while you sleep. And I'm seeing the word cage or caged. So I feel like you guys are like cutting yourself free from anything that was limiting you, okay? And let's see what else. We have the Page of Cups. All right. And the Moon is on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, the Moon and the Devil, okay? So yeah, you guys have been in a very tough cycle, maybe even for like the last 5 to 6 months, okay? And for some of you, there may be somebody that is trying to come back into your life or give you an apology or work their magic on you, whatever. But I feel like you guys are the ones that hold the power, okay? You guys are the ones that are like mentally attuned, you're rational, you're stable, your mind is focused, and you're focused on spiritual concerns, you're focused on getting the right rest, you're focused on having your mind prepared and being ready for things. And, you know, it's not like you're gonna be like outwardly rejecting to others, but I also feel like pile number 1, you're just not going to, you're not going to be taking any shit either with this King of Swords, pile number 1. Also, I feel like there could be someone from your family. It could be a child, a niece, a nephew. It could be, you know, a younger sibling, someone in your life. I feel like needs your help with something, and you give them the right advice. You give them what they need to move forward and to like see the promise of a new day, okay? And this is like, this person, I feel like pile number 1 very much appreciates you and what you do, okay? So my loves in pile number 1, I hope that that reading was beneficial for you. I hope it gave you a good sneak peek into Sagittarius season and what is coming ahead for you. And good things, good things. The end of a tough cycle approaches, pile number 1. Just remember that, my loves, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care. Let's go ahead and move on to pile number 2. Let's do pile number 2. Take a little drink. Okay. Pile number 2, you chose the yellow tea light. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is called What Will Sagittarius Season Bring to You? And today's Sagittarius season starts from November 22nd to December 21st. So we are going to go ahead and get into the energy. The yellow tea light represents the solar plexus and the energy and the force behind what it is that we do every day, our willingness to take action and to be proactive and to stand up for ourselves when we need to, and to have pride, a good sense of healthy pride in who we are and why we're here, okay? And to be able to self-define in a way that is really empowering, pile number 2, okay? So I love this energy for you guys. And let me get some channeled messages first for you, pile number 2, and then we'll get into your oracle cards and your tarot cards, okay? Spirit, what would you like to bring me here today? Okay, Spirit is showing me crayons, like in a crayon box. And maybe some of you have a son or a daughter that likes to draw with crayons, or a niece or a nephew, or you like to draw or color, or you're some type of artist. Spirit is showing me crayons. Let's see. I feel like they're saying someone here used to like eat crayons or like eat glue or eat paste or something like that when you were younger. Was that you, pile number 2? Did you eat glue? Let's go. That's called really becoming one with your art, right? Really, really going for it. Let's see what else we get here from Spirit. Okay, Spirit is saying 999, or the number 9. So maybe some of you resonate with that number. Or that's your birthday adds up to a 9, or you just saw something 999 or some password with 999 in it, but Spirit is showing me 999. What else, Spirit? Okay, Spirit is giving me the name Janessa, or the J names, or for those of you that have names that end in like Essa or ESSA, for those of you that have names that end like that. Let's see what else. Spirit is telling me Harry Styles. I don't know, maybe do you guys know who he is? Maybe you really like him, or you really hate him, or you're like, who the fuck is that? But Spirit is, or you saw something recently, but Spirit is telling me Harry Styles. What else, Spirit? Oh, okay. Spirit is giving me the energy of like an orchard, or something like that, or an apple orchard, or maybe just something with an apple in general, okay? An apple, yeah, I see they're doing arrows to an apple. Maybe someone here is eating an apple, or made an apple pie, or has an apple tree or an orchard. That's cool. Share your bounty with me, pile number 2. And yeah, I love that energy for you for November. To me, that represents like harvest and bounty, and feels very empressy, okay? So lovely way to start your energy, pile number 2 for November. Let's go ahead and see what Sagittarius season is bringing to you. Archangel Jophiel, before you judge, love, okay? And yeah, so before we judge, we should love. And maybe you have felt kind of judged recently, pile number 2, or you felt a lot of judgy energy around you, or you noticed yourself like really judging. I mean, we have to judge things, don't we? That's part of being a human. But I mean, I know sometimes like we get overboard with it, or we just get obsessive thoughts, you know, like about why someone did something or why they're doing something. And not saying that you have to love that, go back and love that person if they really, really hurt you, but just saying, you know, maybe if you're feeling any kind of obsessive thoughts in Sagittarius season, pile number 2, just to kind of let that go, okay? We have Mercury and communication. So communication is coming through strong for you guys during Sagittarius season. Mercury is also the magician and is the planet for the astrologers, the magicians, etc. But Mercury also talks about, you know, analysis and thoughts and our perceptions, right? So I feel like some of your guys' perceptions through the communications that you're hearing during Sagittarius season, you'll be like, wow, you'll be connecting dots that you never maybe saw before. And it's helpful to be curious, right? Maybe you can be curious, listen to people with like an open mind and open ears. Okay, pile number 2, it doesn't mean you have to change who you are, but you can listen to people with an open mind and open ears, and really get an idea for who they are and what your perceptions are, which is a good thing. We have Mars in action. Okay, Mercury and Mars. So it's funny, in my chart, I have Mercury square Mars, like exact at like 0 degrees. So, you know, it's funny with Mercury and Mars together, like there may be people in November, late November and December, pile number 2. You may already feel this energy too. You may know exactly what I'm talking about already. And there may be things that are annoying you from a communication perspective, or people just talking, people saying things that are hurtful, or people just being outright combative with the way that they're speaking to you or to others around you, okay? And yeah, you definitely don't have to put up with that, pile number 2, if you're feeling that kind of energy around you. And some of you could be just feeling really feisty as well in Sagittarius season. Like if somebody, you know, if somebody says XYZ to me, I am not gonna take that. Here's my boundary, which I think is very healthy, right? But you may need to kind of watch your temper a little bit during Sagittarius season. And I think isn't Mars going into Sagittarius soon? I feel like I have to look that up. I don't have my ephemeris close to me, but Mars has been in Scorpio. It feels like forever, which is a good home for Mars. Mars likes to be in Scorpio, but I mean, I feel like some of you could be feeling kind of feisty during the Sagittarius season, okay, with your communication and your impulse, and you may be feeling a lot of heat or impatient, or you may be wanting, you may be having a lot of excitement in the way that you communicate. And I also feel some of you guys may be working out, or like working out your minds or working out your bodies a lot. And if you are feeling a lot of excess heat in this Sagittarius season, pile number 2, especially with the solar plexus T-light, it represents Mars energy and personal will and desire. And maybe it is time for you to have some really direct communication with certain people in your life. But if you feel yourself getting like unruly and impatient in a way you don't like, you can always channel that into a physical activity, okay? We have the Swan. Ooh, it's Venus. It's Venus and it's Empress energy with the Swan for sure. So some of you guys, I feel like really beautifying yourself as well. Whatever you're doing with your skincare or your hair, or, you know, getting a new outfit, or just, you know, it's real 9 of Pentacles type of energy. Just really, it's like a glow up, okay? And I feel some of you are gonna feel like confident about yourselves, okay? You're gonna feel confident about yourselves. And maybe that's why you're gonna be real sassy during Sagittarius season, okay? Yeah, or you may do something different with your makeup, or you may change something about your physical appearance, or work towards goals when it comes to that, okay? Your mind is also going to be really active. And with the Swan energy, I do feel like people are noticing you, okay? And with Mars, because the Swan to me represents Venus, and then you have Mars here right next to each other. It's like, are you a lover or a fighter, pile number 2? And there may be some communications with someone in your life, whether if for those of you that are partnered up or have someone in your life that are quite sassy or even argumentative. But I feel like you need to kind of blow off some steam, pile number 2. And I don't feel like you really mean any harm by it either. I feel like you're just kind of like feeling yourself during Sagittarius season, which is, to me, that's a good thing, pile number 2. That is a good thing, all right? Maybe some of you have your birthdays during Sagittarius season and you're just like, yeah, it's my fucking time to shine. Good for you. We have card 24. You have a heart of gold and are very skilled at maintaining balanced, stable relationships. You are loyal to your loved ones and you are able to be the nurturer, protector, and provider all at once. I am generous, okay? And if you have been feeling like very judged by people in your life, or just feeling like people don't understand the decisions that you're making or why you're doing what you're doing, and I'm seeing a man here like pouring out some liquid out, or just having a big like container of water, or a big container of something, and like pouring something out here too. Okay, but Spirit reminding you, pile number 2, even if you do get sassy or mouthy at times, you have a heart of gold and you are very generous, Swan energy. You're very loving and generous, all right? And if people have been like, oh, I don't like this new you or whatever, just, you know, pile number 2, you're doing fine. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive, all right? And there may be some, like I said, there's some healing of some issues that are going to come up, I feel, for you in Sagittarius season, all right? And, you know, maybe there was a little bit of fighting energy or a little bit of accusational energy. And I feel like these issues during Sagittarius season, they're working on being healed, okay? And for some of you, if you have like really unruly children that have been super bratty, I feel like things are gonna get better, okay? And yeah, we have let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally, okay? And for some of you, you may be like, you know, wondering what someone is going to do with this Mars energy, okay? And it's like, okay, I just need to step away from this for a little bit, and I'm gonna give it to God or give it to my angels, and they can worry about this because I'm not gonna worry about it anymore, okay? And some of you may have been putting a lot of energy into, I'm feeling scorpionic energy in this reading too. Like some of you guys may have been putting a lot of energy into something, and you know, and maybe that other person hasn't been putting as much in. And, you know, I feel like you guys just, you have a lot of vitality in Sagittarius season. Like, I would just say, don't put it into obsessing about any situation or another person. I would say take that energy that you have and channel it into, you know, work, or like, you know, working out or doing something physical, or, you know, it's crunch time, right? Pile number 2, I can see someone like doing crunches, right? like channel it into that and let go of control issues. We have creation. Yep, the Empress energy. This is coming out under the Swan. Doesn't surprise me at all. Card number 3, the Empress, creation, expansion in your life. So I do feel like there is a lot of creativity. You are very hype in Sagittarius season. There's a lot of creativity, a lot of room for you to shine, and a lot of you to put in a lot of vitality and effort, okay? Yeah, let's see what else. We have as above, so below. Yep, and I talked about Mercury and the Magician, and here we are, as above, so below, heaven on earth, okay? So some of you, maybe for those of you that practice magic, or you're doing some manifestation and you're working on expansion and abundance, I do feel this is a good time for you to work on that. You have this stability and generosity within you to work on that. If you feel like you're fighting though, or you're in an uphill battle with someone and things never change, Spirit is just saying in the month of Sagittarius, especially for those of you that have birthdays, you're in a blessed, beautiful time right now. So channel that energy into your goals and what you want to create. We have the 3rd quarter moon. Adjustments are required. So the way that someone has been communicating, even with you, pile number 2, maybe hasn't felt very healing or beneficial, or there's been, you know, insults exchanged, or there's been just a time of, you know, nebulousness, I feel like, pile number 2. So Spirit is saying the adjustments that you need to have happen in this situation when it comes to communication are going to happen in Sagittarius season, okay? Those adjustments are gonna happen. We have card 44 and the frequency of universal love. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and the whole of existence itself, right? And instead of like tightly controlling things and feeling like you always have to take the action, I feel like you're expanding in Sagittarius season to like, and you're relaxing too. You're relaxing. And I always feel like there's a huge pot leaf inside of this universal love. And, you know, whatever it is that you do, if you drink tea and then you relax, or if you smoke out every once in a while, pile number 2, it's just saying, relax and don't worry. You know, if you feel yourself obsessing over something and you feel a really strong need to take action, go do something physical and then chill out with like a glass of wine or whatever it is that you do to chill out. Meditate, whatever you do. We have Moon and Soul. Okay, so you guys are really going to be feeling the moon's energy during this Sagittarius season, okay? And, you know, with the moon changes signs every couple of days. So during Sagittarius season, I feel like, you know, your ability to like create and feel beautiful and all of that is going to depend on how you feel, right? And how you're feeling. And so it behooves you, I feel like, pile number 2, to let go of anything you're trying to control, take action on what it, and communicate on what it is that you need to do. And, you know, feel your feelings as well with the moon. We all get real scared of feeling our feelings, but it actually opens you up to like a deeper sense of beauty, okay? And yeah, and I feel like some of you in Sagittarius season, like feeling yourself, you know, when you have those times when you're like, damn, I look good, and that's a wonderful feeling, you know, that's the blessing right there, okay? That's a wonderful feeling. Like, I'm feeling good about myself. I took care of myself. I stood up for myself, whatever that is for you, pile number 2. Like, I got back into dancing or got back into my body, or I did some beautification thing that makes me feel really like sassy and good about myself. You know, I feel like some of you may, even though you did these things on the outside, on the inside, you still may feel a little bit sad about something, okay? Pile number 2, because of some issues with a certain person or things that have been coming up that have been, you know, agitating, okay? And it's okay. It's okay to feel your feelings, pile number 2. And it's okay to, like, you know, make changes on the outside, but still be processing your feelings on the inside. It is definitely okay to do this, all right? And, you know, to just keep moving forward with the plans that you have. Even if on the inside you're not completely settled, it's okay, okay? It's okay. And yeah, it says, I am generous, as above, so below. Let's go ahead and see what love energy can pile number 2 expect during Sagittarius season. What love energy for pile number 2? We have the 2 of Pentacles. So, you know, yeah, the 2 of Pentacles is the Lord of harmonious change, right? So, you know, I feel like you guys are just kind of like, there's this situation in my life. I've been back and forth about it. I've been wondering if I should just like let this go entirely. Maybe you're of 2 minds about something, or you're just, you know, not feeling someone's way of talking to you or treating you. I feel like pile number 2, we have the Queen of Wands. There you are. Very sassy. Okay. The yellow tea light. The Queen of Wands in the tarot can be an Aries. I always think of her as a Leo too, or any fire sign in general. And I feel like you guys are like, yeah, I'm too sexy to sit here in this situation forever that I feel like is never changing. I mean, it's the Lord of harmonious change, but I feel like you guys are like, this change hasn't been very harmonious, you know? And I feel like you guys are just like, yeah, I don't need to be the one that's always waiting for this person or waiting for their attention or waiting for them to notice everything I'm doing. At this point, I'm just gonna focus on myself, Queen of Wands, okay? Yeah, here's the Eight of Pentacles, okay? So you guys are definitely gonna be focused on working on yourself, and you may be quite focused on your work or working on projects that are very important to you. And yeah, and I feel like some of you guys may be like wondering if someone else is like too busy for you, okay? Like, is this person too busy for me? Do they have anything to give to this connection? Are they ever like, you know, just, I feel like you've just been in a state of stasis with some energy, pile number 2. And that may be why you're feeling really sassy, like you got to break out of something. And I feel like don't spend a lot of time in Sagittarius wondering about what another person is doing or what they're up to. Keep the focus on you, Queen of Wands, okay? We have the King of Cups here, and I feel like this is you guys, this is Pisces energy for those Aries, Pisces, or any fire sign with a Pisces or a water sign. I feel like you guys are just like this person. I feel you may be dealing with someone who's using their work or just do it in order to avoid talking to you or in order to avoid dealing with their feelings, okay? We could have Virgo Pisces here too, but you know, it doesn't go away. I mean, you're the Queen of Wands, pile number 2. So, I mean, regardless of what's happening in your environment and the people around you, whether they're acting ignoring, whether they're like stuffing their feelings, whether they're keeping you guessing with their behavior, you're still you. You're still the Queen of Wands, pile number 2. And I want you to remember that about yourself. And there are a lot of things that you can do during the month of November to just increase your like ability to look forward to something exciting, okay? And let's see what else. Let's see what else in love energy for my beautiful pile number 2s. We have the Two of Cups. Okay, yeah. Here we go. Here's the good stuff. What about the Two of Cups? We have the Two of Swords. Okay. So something you don't see coming, I feel like, or something that you feel that you've been blocked from. Some of you may feel like, did I unintentionally like block love from my life? Because I didn't make a decision or because I didn't act on something, did I block the flow of love into my life? Are some of you asking yourself that? Okay. I feel like, no, you did not block the flow of love into your life. It's just that someone, Seven of Cups on the bottom of the deck, has been very confused about what it is that they want, when I feel like you're coming to a period when you know exactly what you want and you're willing to push forward on it, okay? The problem hasn't really been you blocking yourself from love, pile number 2. It's not that. It's just that you started to realize, or you've come to understand that, you know, scraps at the table of love are no longer like something you want to, you know, you want to engage in, right? And it's not something, and you're a very generous person, okay? So the Six of Pentacles is about generosity, and it says, I am generous here, okay? So, you know, you're a very generous, loving person, pile number 2. And yeah, so I just want you to remember that about yourself. And I heard this saying the other day. It's a pretty common one, but you know, sometimes when love is no longer being served, we have to get up from the table, okay? So let's see what else. Let's see what else for pile number 2. We have the Three of Pentacles. So some of you, yeah, Eight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. There may be someone that you left recently. It could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And you just, I feel you guys don't even want to hear about this person anymore. You're done. Justice, okay? And yeah, and I feel like you guys are maybe trying to make a decision, like, should I just focus on work? should I just focus on, you know, like learning a new skill, or should I even be focusing on love right now? I feel like some of you are maybe asking yourself this question, especially because I feel like, you know, underneath like your beauty and your grace, there's still some feelings there, pile number 2, okay? So you're asking yourself, should I even be focused on love at this point, okay? Because I feel like you want to be engaged in something that is successful and fair when others are actually doing the work too. It can't just be you doing all the work, all right? And yeah, because those situations, pile number 2 with the 8 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, are not good enough for you. So some of you may be deciding during Sagittarius season, do I want to keep focusing on this connection, or do I want to just focus on my work and focus on money, or focus on my goals, etc. Okay. And yeah, you're the Queen of Wands, so don't forget that. I feel like you're going to be very beautiful during Sagittarius season, my pile number 2s. So that is what I have for you, my darlings. And we are going to, no extended reading today. For those of you that would like to even check out another pile, you're more than welcome to. And of course, Sagittarius season is just 1 month, you know, it's 1 month out of the year. And there is a lot of beautiful things for you to be gained during Sagittarius season. Thank you so much, pile number 2. Hope to see you again soon. Let's go ahead and move on to pile number 3. Okay, pile number 3, let's go ahead and see. All right. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the Rose Tea Light, and today's reading is called What Will Sagittarius Season Bring to You? And we're at the very beginning of Sag season, and it goes from November 22nd to December 21st this year. Very cool, very exciting energy for you, pile number 3. Let's go ahead and see what is coming and what's going, right? There's an eclipse in the middle of Sagittarius season, and we just had one too. So it's always like, well, what's coming and what's going, right? But let me go ahead and get some channeled messages for you, pile number 3, before I start reading your oracle cards and then your tarot. Spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to the energy of my beautiful pile number 3s. Okay, I feel like Spirit is saying don't be in a hurry, pile number 3. Okay, don't be in a hurry in Sagittarius season. Take your time, enjoy yourself. If things are like chill, you know, or you want them to be more chill, like definitely take your time. And I just heard Spirit say, pursue your own pleasures. So pursue the things that bring you pleasure, whether that's, you know, your art, music, whether it's, you know, spiritual work that you do, whether that's hobbies and interests that you have. I feel like some people in this pile may have unique hobbies. I also feel like someone here may really be into unique or different animals, because Spirit is showing me like an iguana, and like whenever I see that, I'm like, okay, like somebody is into unique or different animals. Did someone here have an ant farm when they were a kid, or have a brother that had an ant farm? Because the Spirit is showing me the energy of an ant farm, okay? Yeah. You know what's so funny, pile number 3? Do you guys know that on Netflix, Saved by the Bell, do you guys remember that show from the 90s is on Netflix? I like watching that show sometimes. It just, the ant farm reminded me of Screech, who's on the Saved by the Bell. Anyway, let's non sequitur pile number 3, but Spirit shows me the funniest things. Okay, let's see what else. Let's see what else Spirit can give us. Okay, pumpkin. Spirit is showing me a pumpkin. Maybe some of you still have your pumpkins around from Halloween. Maybe some of you don't want to give up on Halloween yet. You're like, no, Halloween isn't over yet, Natalie, okay? So that's interesting. Let's see what else. Oh, Spirit just told me jambalaya, which is a type of soup. It's really amazing. The flavors are really good. Maybe some of you here make amazing, really good soups, especially during this time of year, or you're down in the South where there is a lot of good jambalaya. Spirit just gave me that. It's not really oyster season though, right? I love oysters, but like, it's not really oyster season, but it could be jambalaya season. Let's see what else. Spirit is also saying tutti frutti, which is so funny. And I don't know if that's like Fruit Loops or what, or if somebody had that name growing up or nickname or something, but Spirit just told me that. Spirit just also told me Jezebel. All right. For those of you that resonate with the energy of Jezebel, props to you, pile number 3, or maybe you were talking about that recently or someone called you a Jezebel, pile number 3. But let's go ahead and get into your oracle cards and see what is Sagittarius season bringing you. We have Archangel Chamayel, take time to laugh. Yeah, I was mentioning that energy of kind of like slowing down and chilling out and having fun, and don't push so hard. Don't go so fast, okay? We have Capricorn energy. So of course, Capricorn is right after Sagittarius season, and maybe the time right now. A lot of times people take time off during the holidays, and then after the holidays, like during January, during Capricorn season, they got to go back to work and deal with the boss and everything else. So Spirit is saying enjoy this time. If this is a time that you typically like to enjoy. Some of you may be having a Capricorn come to you during Sagittarius season, and or you could be meeting someone who is, you know, very accomplished or competent, very Saturnian, very like down to earth or disciplined with the way that they do things, or serious. Or maybe you guys have been like this for a while, very disciplined or serious about what it is that you're doing, and you're a boss and you have your own business, or you're a manager of some type or a leader of some type. And Archangel Chamayel, she deals with like relationships and having fun. And she is saying, take time to laugh, okay? If things have been kind of serious, take time to enjoy Sagittarius season. We have Uranus. And interesting. So I feel like there's an energy for you, pile number 3, of wanting to maintain the status quo, or someone wants to maintain the status quo, but the other person or the situation, there may be factors in a situation that are calling for sudden change or revelations to come out, okay? So expect some really, you know, eye-opening downloads, I feel like, in Sagittarius season about your career or your path or what you've been putting energy into. And Uranus is the energy of breakthrough, right? And I talked about some of you having weird pets or just having some unique things in the beginning of the reading. And I feel like Uranus definitely, and I'm seeing these like weird flies here too. Actually, they look like cicadas. I think I'm saying that right. I always say that word wrong. But yeah, freedom, experimentation, the unexpected, lightning energy. And then there's this energy of we have to continue to do everything the same, or everything has to be uniform type of energy. So you may be in this kind of dichotomy where you've been very serious, but now is the time for you to like break through and have some type of, you know, freedom or a surprise or something unexpected that happens. We have the snake. Okay. All right. I feel some of you may have someone coming into your world that kind of shakes up your world a little bit, that is a bit unexpected for you. And this snake energy reminds me of the Ouroboros, like eating its own tail. And yeah, very cool. The snake. Okay. The snake doesn't have to be negative either. You may think like this person is, you know, they've got ill intention, or they're going to do something like, you know, very uncalled for or whatever. But I feel like, I mean, that does happen, pile number 3, but I also feel like this is just you realizing like the circle of life, okay? And the snake is also very sexual energy. So some of you may be having some experimentation as well during Sagittarius season sexually, okay? We could have Capricorn and Aquarius energy here. with the snake, we could have scorpionic energy, but I feel like you're also like sexually experimental in Sagittarius season. We have the lion. Okay, so we could have Leo energy here too, but the snake and the lion. So yeah, two very different personalities, okay? One is more about, you know, the transformation and the changes, and like life is a continuing circle, and, you know, like being willing to try new things and be different. And the other one is a little bit more standard or a little bit more traditional, I feel. So you could be meeting someone where if you haven't already met this person, pile number 3, you could be meeting someone that, you know, maybe you would think that you and this person are actually like compatible or like each other's type, but I feel like there's some really passionate sexual energy that is happening, okay? We could have a fire sign and an earth sign here as well too, a Capricorn and a Leo, an Aquarius and a Leo, all right? A Scorpio, throw it in there for good measure. 777, I am in the flow. Your purpose flows from within you, and everything that is unfolding or being revealed to you is part of your purpose. A state of peace and calmness is in your soul. I am in the flow. Yeah, some of you may have a surprise that comes up in Sagittarius season. It's like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. And talking about leadership here with the lion and being the one to help lead people through changes that are happening, maybe even professionally for some of you guys, or at your work, like helping to lead people through the abyss, lead people, be the fearless leader, be the person who has the vision to kind of help others who are struggling, okay? But also I think here, Spirit talking about being calm and peaceful, even when things can become shocking or things feel like they're changing underneath your feet, okay? And Spirit saying your purpose flows from within you, and everything that is unfolding or being revealed to you is part of your purpose, okay? And that's kind of serious stuff, like going through big changes, like being very serious about something, having to be a leader through, you know, change and things that are happening, right? That's why I feel like Archangel Chamayel is here telling you to take time to laugh and enjoy yourself as well. We have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship, okay? So some of you may have been dealing with someone who you were being very serious about or very faithful towards and really showing up for this person, and this person shocks you in some way, okay? Or even at work, like someone that your boss, or someone that you thought, a friend, someone that you thought was on your side, really not being on your side. And we are in eclipse season right now, so the fakers, the fronters, and the liars, and the deceivers are all getting exposed, right? And the thing is, pile number 3, is that you understand what it takes to lead people through transitions and changes that are very challenging. And you have the resources that you need if anything comes up, okay? And, you know, the Archangel Chamayel saying, laugh and take time to be in the flow with yourself, because there could be some heavy explorations that come your way in Sagittarius season. And some of you may have already been feeling this already, like in Scorpio season. During the last eclipse, realizing that somebody is a false friend, or somebody is a false lover, or someone is intentionally deceptive in your workplace or something, okay? But you're in the power position, all right? And you're the one, you know, you scare this person, pile number 3. I want you to know this. There's a reason why they lie to you the way that they do, or there's a reason why someone is holding you in a certain regard. It's because you scare this person. That's why people lie, okay? And the lion energy is an energy of integrity. You're not going to put up with it. You know, you're not going to put up with it. Even if there's a lot of change that needs to happen, or a lot of energy that needs to be shifted, or something big that needs to be opened up, like Pandora's box, pile number 3, I feel like you're the one calling it out, okay? And we have under Uranus and revolution, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek, okay? So some of you are in a connection with someone, and it's not someone that's deceiving you, all right? And you know that for a fact, right? This could be work energy coming up, pile number 3. All right, but I feel some of you here are in Sagittarius season. You meet someone or you are with someone who is very different than maybe like your personality type, or you meet someone who is very like interesting and engaging and, you know, lives their life on the edge a little bit. It could be someone with heavy Aquarius in their chart, okay? Or just heavy Uranus conjunctions in their chart, or oppositions, squares, etc. But Spirit is saying this could be the one, right? And I do feel like someone's trying to get your attention and you're a little bit surprised by it, pile number 3. You're like, what? You know? And this person's like, yeah, you, okay? And you're like, huh? And this person's like, yeah, I'm trying to court you. And I feel like someone thinks you're the one, or like looking at you like you're not the normal person that they would necessarily be with, but you know, you're very interesting and cool, pile number 3, and you could be the one, okay? We have communication. Speak up and be heard, okay? With the snake energy, if they're, and I love snakes. I mean, there's nothing, I have nothing against them. I actually have a huge snake tattooed on my entire left side. I mean, I love them. I have dreams about them all the time, right? But the thing about snake energy is, you know, realizing what's going on underneath the surface and then using it to your advantage to create an atmosphere of integrity and safety for others, okay? And it says communication, speak up and be heard. And with the snake energy, sometimes you have to be a little bit strategic about what you're doing. And maybe you don't let this other person that you know what they're doing, okay? But at the time when it's necessary, you will speak up and be heard, okay? Pile number 3, we have blessings and thanks, abundant universe, okay? What your leadership and integrity and courage brings you, pile number 3, is abundance, okay? And blessings and thanks to the abundant universe, okay? And that kind of reminds me of Thanksgiving, which of course every year is in Sagittarius season, in that sense of giving thanks. A lot of people don't like that holiday because they're like, you know, it's a, like, you know, they hate what the holiday represents. But, and I'm not laughing at it because I think that's wrong. I mean, I think there is a lot of stuff that we should question, right? But, and that's something you guys may be doing, is looking at things and questioning them. Do I want to be a part of this? Is this something that is, you know, something aligned with my integrity? Is this something I want to be a part of? Okay. And, giving blessings and thanks, I think as well, like the universe giving you, pile number 3, giving you like thanks to you for being the person that you are, okay? Feeling rewarded for that, pile number 3. That's great. That's a very good feeling. Ooh, here it is. Here it is, pile number 3. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. We just had a full moon eclipse in Taurus a couple days ago, and it was a doozy. But, you know, eclipses bring about endings in certain areas of our lives. And sometimes eclipses, it's not like an exact ending. Like you may still be at your job. You may still be around a certain person. But eclipses have a way of showing us the truth regarding the liars, the deceivers, the haters, the people that are jealous and envious of who we are and our progress. And, you know, that's strategic information that you can take and use to your advantage and use to help protect others as well, and use to make some surprising decisions. And I feel like in Sagittarius season, pile number 3, if people are always used to you being the same way, they better realize you're not going to be the same. You're going to be shocking some people, I believe, with when you speak up and when you are actually heard, pile number 3. Okay. So good for you. We have cosmic flower, my beautiful pile number 3s. You are like a cosmic flower, number 18. The frequency of cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. All right, the place within you that you call home, pile number 3. The cosmic flower within you, this just reminds me, it reminds me of Cancer energy too. But it definitely reminds me of the heart chakra. The heart chakra is the cosmic flower, okay? Yeah, so remember that you're the cosmic flower, pile number 3. And I do feel some of you are going to be, you know, aligned in your heart chakra of knowing the truth, calling things out, making decisions, uncovering deceptions, and giving thanks to the universe for your courage and power. Okay, pile number 3. So I love that for you. We have Libra and I balance. Okay, so there could definitely be, there's a lot of air sign energy here. Here's Libra. And there is something about a situation. Maybe you've been holding back, pile number 3, or you haven't been speaking up about it, but you are going to speak up about something. I feel you guys are going to call something out and you are going to bring some energy into balance. And it may be time, like in your relationships, in your work, in your friendships, in your family relationships, it may be everyone got used to you just kind of being the way that you are. And some of you are going to be, like I said, calling some things out, okay? And it's going to help balance the energy for you and put you back in a position of leadership and authority is what I feel, pile number 3. Leadership and authority over your life and the abundance that you seek, okay? So it's time to balance the energies in Sagittarius season for you, pile number 3. And some of it may involve you being Uranus and just kind of being the wild card, all right? Let's see what love energies are coming to pile number 3 in Sagittarius season. The Sun. Wow. Okay. There's that Leo energy, that confidence. All right. Excitement, happiness, a bright spot in your day. A bright spot in your day, pile number 3. And the 3 of Swords just tried to jump out of my hand, but it didn't make it out of my hand, okay? So I think you guys are like, yeah, I have been through a deception. Something was revealed to me. Better days are ahead, pile number 3. If something was revealed to you that really hurt you recently, like better days are ahead, my loves, okay? We have the 3 of Wands. Yeah, what can I do next? What's exciting for me? What brings me pleasure? What makes me happy? What makes me laugh? What's exciting? What's different? What's surprising? Okay, in love. You could have a fire sign with the Sun and the 3 of Wands here. Aries as well. Let's see, this one, the King of Swords. Okay, so don't let anybody rain on your parade, pile number 3. Don't let anybody, you know, curb your enthusiasm, right? Do you guys know that show on, yeah, I think it's on HBO, or it was on HBO, like with Larry David, and it was called Curb Your Enthusiasm. And I feel like you guys are really enthusiastic, and so don't curb your own enthusiasm either. Like, things are going to get exciting for you. And if some of you are like, yeah, I don't know about that, Natalie, I'm not sure. Like, I'm sarcastic. I need to curb my own enthusiasm. All right. And, you know, there's a time and a place for that. But I feel like, you know, there is some exciting energy entering your life. So try not to like overly analyze it is what I would say. All right. I also, okay, here's the call out energy too. For those of you that are in relationships, and the Fool, of course, the Fool on the bottom of the deck, Uranus energy, talking about busting out of ruts and saying what needs to be said, killing something if necessary. There's the Death card. And yeah, getting yourself out of a situation where you didn't have a whole lot of control over it. Okay, but now you will. And for those of you that are partnered with someone and things have been very tense recently, or there's been blow-ups or fights or things came up, I do feel like by stating your needs, standing your ground, balancing the situation out, that, you know, being very clear about what it is that you want to say and do in a situation is going to help you transition into these better days, okay? And I feel like if someone has been purposely trying to upset you with the words that they're saying or the actions that they're taking, I feel like you guys are definitely calling that energy out. Okay? Or you're saying, I'm not going to be a part of that shit fest. I'm not going to be a part of that fight, you know? And there's the old saying that goes, that dog don't hunt, right? Or I don't got a dog in that fight, which just means I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that fight, or that that person wants to continually tussle with me or has a problem with me. Like, I know who I am. King of Swords, okay? Lion energy. I love that for you, pile number 3. Like, you know, and there may be some things in your environment that are a little bit distracting, maybe even in your work environment, pile number 3. But I say keep your positivity and your optimism high. And here it says, I am in the flow, 777. Okay, so try to tell yourself that every day during Sagittarius season. I am in the flow, and I give thanks for my abundance. And I thank you, Spirit, for all your blessings, okay? And for allowing me to see something that I didn't want to dedicate my energy to anymore, with the King of Swords and the 5 of Wands. Let's see what else for pile number 3. We have the Magician. Yeah, see, this is very like get up and go. And of course, this is about, the sun is about laughing and enjoying life and seeing what else is out there. The Magician is about, you know, gaining a sense of like, you know, the way I'm fine with how anything turns out, as long as it's in direct alignment with my purpose, right? That's like the Magician. We have the 10 of Wands. So I think things are coming easier to you, pile number 3. If you've really been having to push hard on something, you're trying to manifest, but you're also working hard. I mean, when you're trying to manifest, I always recommend, you know, doing your part, right? But the 10 of Wands can be where we've overdone it. We've over pushed, right? So lighten the load, my loves. And we have the King of Wands. So interesting, 2 kings here. And we have Gemini and Sagittarius energy with the King of Swords and the King of Wands. But I feel like somebody here is, you know, watching you do all the work while they sit back and just kind of order things around. And that isn't the way that like a true leader behaves. That's not a way that someone in their integrity behaves, okay? And you're stronger than that, pile number 3. You're the Magician. So you don't have to put up with that, just so you know, okay? What else for pile number 3? We have the 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, things need to be balanced out. Things definitely, and it's coming out on this I balance card. Okay, you're a strong leader, I feel like, in Sagittarius season, and you do have a capacity for hard work, but Spirit is also telling you to take time and have fun. Also, Sagittarius season could be a good time for manifesting, especially when it comes to success or money for you, pile number 3. Okay, and if someone is being overly demanding on you, pile number 3, do the unexpected and surprise them and put them in their place, okay? I'm gonna say this is a good month for you to do that, all right? And you may have a lot of options in love with the 7 of Cups, but there may be one particular person that you are really wanting to talk to and get clarity on, okay? Just looking at the bottom of the deck energy. And I do feel this is a really strong month for you, pile number 3, to get clarity on all things, whether it's in relationships, whether it is at work, in leadership, whatever it is that you're working on. It is a clarity season for you, which is always appreciated. Gone is the 7 of Cups, okay? The 7 of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. 777 is roaring back, which is good luck. You are in the flow. Okay, my pile number 3s, so don't let anybody hold back your flow in Sagittarius season. Keep flowing, pile number 3. And I hope to see you again real soon. Do leave me a comment, like, share, subscribe if you have any comments on this reading. Thank you so much, beautiful pile number 3. Thank you to all the piles, and see you again soon. Take care.